So, folks, if you've paid attention to any of the videos I made or know me as a living, breathing organism, you are probably aware that I have a slight disdain for Taylor Swift. And I thought it would be fun, because I'm always writing new material about her because I'm a jealous fuck, but also to incorporate that material into stuff I've already written and posted online because that's going to make everything so much easier. Yay! So here's a good question. Um, how many things out there are cool and stood the test of time that only white people like? Like, we liked some pretty shitty days back in the day when it comes to race relations. And I mean, why? Think about where the name Jim Crow came from. It was from entertainment that went awry. That's why Al Jolson CDs have just plummeted. This is how in denial Taylor Swift fans are, because it's like when she first started, and when people realized that she sucked, Swift fans would have to say, "Hey, she writes the songs herself." Oh, she does she? She's a singer-songwriter that writes the songs herself. First off, half of them are ghostwritten, and it's a terrible secret kept. But she writes them herself. Does she wipe her ass herself? Now that she's worth $4 billion, probably not. So again, ghostwriters, people hired to wipe her ass. It's not even apples and oranges. And as someone that started releasing and recording music when they were 16, God, I'm a bitter asshole. Yay! Um, to call her music, sounding like garbage or shit, is an insult to waste and feces everywhere. Like, come on, they don't deserve that. I mean, her music is literally, it's so bad it will strip the paint off any wall. It is the reason that adorable little children's ice cream, when an adorable little child has an ice cream cone, the scoop goes plop. And also, the reason why at least one child a day, usually the child with the ploppy ice cream cone, is abducted off the merry-go-round. She can start hurricanes with it, and they'll all be named from now on Katrina Swift. Somehow, I can't explain why, but I think it's the most logical assumption. She somehow caused the Hindenburg and Challenger explosions, and for all we know, was that her on the grassy knoll, disguised as a different person? I don't know. She didn't cause 9/11, but Osama knew something was up. Like, she can raise Hitler from the dead, okay? Like, she can do that. Just Hitler for now, but Genghis Khan is like, ooh, I'm next, She can summon the mighty Cthulhu with how shitty it is, and just so he can just raise from the dead, raise from the seas and be like, shut up! And she even will summon the carnivorous mole people that have a hankering for human flesh and mating with us. She's even the reason that there are still people that want to buy Cybertrucks. Like, she's fucking with us. And you listen to her, you ever read or listen to her lyrics? It sounds like she's writing speeches for Trump, because they're all about haters and losers. Like, first off, she goes, hate, haters gonna hate. You're goddamn right, we're gonna hate. And that stupid song Shake It Off, about shaking off the haters. Don't you think that if she could shake off the haters, there'd be no goddamn point in writing a song about it? Because she's already shook them off. It's over. Kind of like it's done. She just moves on with her life. No. Such a no that it's freaking Matumbo no. Anyway. And my girlfriend, fiance, wife person that I like, she was also born in 1989 and grew up in Tennessee. And she's a master musician, so she was in a band camp with her right before she started a career. And apparently, All she did was brag about my parents are gonna let me get homeschooled. Good. That's not how she sounds, but you know, it'd be nice if whenever you heard her she speak, she just went good and be like, those are our lyrics on her songs. And all she would do is brag about the fact that her parents were gonna buy her way to stardom. Well, that's just so artistic, isn't it? I guess it's just a goddamn shame that it wasn't Camp Crystal Lake and my girlfriend got out in the nick of time before she did. Fuck. She's probably what put the Voorhees family on that murderous raging to begin with. Another reason you can tell that she's shitty and not authentic is I think to be a good artist, you need to have at least one of the two things happen. A, horrible tragedy, or B, horrible addiction. All right? I'm one out of two. So that's why I'm arrogant about my music and comedy, because it's like, hey, I'm an alcoholic. That means I'm talented. But yeah, how many artists that stand the test of time don't do that? It doesn't apply to them. None of them. None of them. Okay. I mean, I don't. When I listen to classic rock stations, I'm not hearing the Partridge Family anytime soon or the Monkees. I'll hear Smash Mouth covering the Monkees, but I don't know. This Smash Mouth guy's dead now. I mean, maybe he knew, like, fuck, I'm going to die in my 50s. That sucks. Well, let's cover the Monkees. It'll be for Shrek. I mean, come on. She needs to, but I think she's afraid that if she did drugs and alcohol, she would realize what a waste of a talent she is. Like, we need to force feed her the fucking brown acid, folks. I mean, Jesus Christ. Here's a sad story, but it doesn't matter because I already joke about me trying to kill myself a lot because it's hysterical. Here's a true story, though. I was going out. I was going out to go see Lewis Black, of all people, when this happened, with this couple friends of mine. And this is when, like, a period of just like where my drinking was just like out of fucking control, just insane. And fun fact, when that was the case, I would like to tell everybody about how much I wish I was dead. Yay! And so I'm absolutely hammered. I am not in the right space, and it was in Rochester, New York. We live in Buffalo. It's like an hour and a half drive. They were driving. And it was obvious I was wasted from the get-go. And then, like, I got a beer, and then I'm just like, hell, hey. And I kept saying that the entire night. Now, when a friend of yours says that, usually the following two words will eventually be farted out of your mind and your mind hole, the thing that your mind's just like, hey, here's the hole that you fart. This is what you fart out of that hole. Usually when someone says they want to kill yourself, you say, what's wrong? Not one time did they ask me what was wrong. And so on the way back home, I'm not doing well because they do not give a shit about, I was ruining their night. And maybe if we'd engaged about it for, a negative amount of seconds, it'd make me feel good to know that people cared. But no! So they never asked me what's wrong, period. And so I'm just losing it. And they're on the highway and they're driving, they're going 80. And I am just in, about to, all it takes is something like, say, a Taylor Swift song coming on for me to jump out of the car and kill myself. Well, guess what happened? A Taylor Swift song came on in the car, and I'm just like, I'm done. I'm jumping out. Taylor Swift. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna do it. I unlocked the door. My hand is on the handle to the point that the boom, boom thing comes on. Now, what 4 words came out of Tanya? You don't need to know who she is. Percy's mouth hole of farts. Um, did she say, please don't do that? No. She said, knowing I was this close to killing myself, I like Taylor Swift, and kept the song playing. Yay! And thankfully, I think that saved my life. So I could close the door and be like, the world needs to know what a cunt you are. like, that's just proof, though, that what I like to call her is Taylor is the cunt queen of creating Karens. What does that mean? Well, all Swifties, if they're not already one, are just Karens, at Karen University, and she's the professor. Like, she's the one that guides them to be absolutely conceited white bitches. Like, straight up. And if that's not proof, you know what I mean? Like, there's these stories about Swifties going to go see her, and they're going to wear diapers so that way they don't miss anything and they can just shit and piss themselves, because she's full of so much shit that her body can't even handle it. She has to outsource that stuff. Like, so all I can hope is, since I am insulting Taylor Swift and her fans so much, and I'm talking about one of the many times I've tried to kill myself. This wasn't even a punch card moment. I hope that there is a campaign of Swifties trying to get me to kill myself, because everyone stands to profit there. You know what I mean? I'll finally, unless I go to hell, in which case it'll just be nothing but listening to Taylor. But thankfully, when she gets to hell, maybe I could be like, now you have to listen to yourself, and here's some brown acid. But how great of a campaign would that be? First off, Taylor would get so much more attention, and the Swifties would love her that so much more, and they would be like, can you redo your albums a third or fourth time and charge 5 times more of that? Because this guy killed himself? The logic is there. So, Swifties, please spam me with all these encouragements of self-hatred, so then I can go around and get you arrested, and you will be martyred by your other Swiftie fans. And unlike the song that was playing when I tried to kill myself, I'm not going to tell you that you need to calm down. It's pretty great and ironic that that song did not work at the time.